The Skywind team presented a live stream during the Community Creations Con, where they showed us some new locations and spoke about the project and its future. I will share a link to the full stream in the description for those interested. This month's update will showcase sections from that stream and my observations and commentary. We also have Dream Time, so make sure you watch till the end. Welcome to foggy Skywind. We are near the Aldvelothi area. We make our way to the coast and enjoy this atmospheric location. Man, I love these Skywind streams. They keep showing us nostalgic locations like Yasammidan. In Morrowind, we visit this Daedric ruin when we work for Mehrunes Dagon to find the Mehrunes Razor. As we approach the ruin, we see the new and improved Frost Atronach. This is the first time we see it out in the open. We then face the Hunger, a Daedra never seen in Skyrim but fairly common in Morrowind. And next we have the Golden Saint.
Bloodletting is an art, and I am a master.
What? The Golden Saint laughs at you? That makes me so uncomfortable. On top of that, they have a lot of combat lines. Bloody awesome. We enter Yasammidan and meet a scamp who shoots fireballs at you. Those are fairly large fireballs, but they come slowly at you and you can easily dodge them. Maybe the Skywind team will speed things later. The new scamp model has been designed with new animation and AI work. The team did mention that the scamp is rigged to the Hagraven skeleton and has its behaviors adjusted. Look at those pointy ears, such cool work. As we walk with a torch in this atmospheric Daedric ruin, the team has worked on the lighting templates for this dungeon and it looks fantastic. You need a torch to see the details, but you won't need it to get through the dungeon. We then say hello to two more scamps who sends those large fireballs at us. Okay, now I get it. If we face a bunch of scamps in narrow corridors like this, I can see the danger these lesser Daedra can pose to the player character. Once we deal with them, we enter an atmospheric room with pink lighting. We then meet Skywind's Daedroth. We saw this guy in the previous stream and we get to enjoy him again. Look at the details on the Daedroth, man. We have shiny scales. And what is that cloth thingy? A Daedroth underwear? That is so cool. The Daedroth animations we see here are designed specially for Skywind by the animation team. The team is still working on some animations and the Daedroth still cannot cast spells. In Morrowind, I used to always wait for his magicka to expire, dodge his poison balls and then take him out. When this guy is able to cast spells and if it can regenerate magicka, the Skywind Daedroth will be a formidable enemy, that is for sure. We then go down to another chamber and get blasted by two scamps with one Daedroth chasing you. After fighting them all, the devs cast a recall spell which opens a portal and we are teleported to the West Cache region. Oh man, I wanted to see the Mehrunes Dagon shrine. But the VFX of that recall spell though, amazing. team has been working on the regional weather systems for Skywind. For the West Cache region, they are creating a foggy and dusty atmosphere which feels like part of the world as you see here. Other regions may have a different kind of fog or mist. It all leads to extra immersion for players. We walk along this canyon-strewn road with stunning rocks and natural formations. This road leads to Gnisis and we find an NPC in the wilderness who starts the miscellaneous quest, the Lady's Ring in Morrowind.
Well, I dropped my ring and I can't seem to find it. I think it must have rolled down into this pool here, but I can't go in to get it because I am expected at the peep show.
So cool to listen to some voice acting here. I do remember this quest and this lady says she is in distress, but she is not. If you accept her quest, you will find out soon. So, but the developers refuse the quest and we get to see an example of a quest failing. Nice. As we walk in this beautiful canyon to Gnisis, the developers give us some information about Breton NPCs. Apparently, they will have a French accent as a homage to Brittany. I think that's a great idea. In Skyrim, Britons too had an American accent. If any Bethesda developer is looking at the Skywind project, this could be an idea for Elder Scrolls 6. Britons can have a French accent, the Imperials can have an Italian accent, and some Nords do have an Irish accent in Skyrim. That can continue. Back to Skywind, the Ashlanders speaking Dunmeri, Britons having a French accent, all adds to the immersion of the game. The Skywind team is so creative, it just boggles my mind. As we approach the outskirts of Gnisis, we start to see the spectacular Velothi Tower, Av's Drellin, home of the Telvanni noble, the one and only Baladas Demnavani, a very important character in Morrowind. As we enter Gnisis, we listen to Zeba Benamamat uttering something. He is a clothier who has a small stall where he sells clothes and jewelry. The first thing we notice is a tower in the middle of the city near the temple. In Morrowind, we don't have that tower. Apparently, the Skywind team examined the old concept art of Gnisis, which has a tower in the center. So, they decided to add it, which is really cool. Just like in Morrowind, at Gnisis, we see the Imperial Legion barracks rented from House Redoran. We also see Barandas, the ancient Dunmer stronghold down the road. The team also shows the original concept art for Redoran houses, and the Skywind team uses some of these ideas here too. I love how the Skywind team looks into the archives and recreates the original vision for many Morrowind locations. We then enter the Gnisis temple, which has those cute blue lamps at the top. The real attraction here is the Shrine of the Mask, wherein is stored Vivec's Ash Mask, a powerful tribunal temple relic. If you touch the mask in the game, it will cast a Cure Blight and a Cure Common Disease at you. I love the 2D art and murals near the shrine. Gorgeous paintings. The developers say that in Skywind, the Dunmer express themselves using murals, while the Imperials have paintings and the Dwemer ruins have art etched in metal. They also show books that have unique book covers and illustrations. As usual, the Skywind team goes above and beyond. What legends! The developers are working hard on the weather for the Seyda Neen area. As this is the first location we encounter, we should really be able to experience the full blast of the Bitter Coast's humid, rainy and swampy feel. It really is surreal how Seyda Neen looks like a real-life swamp in the height of the summer. The team says that this weather is from the Skyrim engine, where they tweak the values in the creation kit. There are no community shaders or ENBs here. This is pure Skyrim engine goodness. This truly is revolutionary work. Kudos to the developers. I can't wait to set foot at Seyda Neen to experience such dynamic weather systems. What a spectacular view of the countryside from the Vivec City Silstrider platform. As we descend, we see some shacks outside the cantons that were not present in Morrowind. We enter the foreign quarter, which has those cool blue lamps, and the gondolier who transports us to the Telvanni Canton. We enter the canal works, which is the boiler room of the canton. We see lots of water everywhere and some flooded areas. We then enter the waste works and arrive at the main room with blue lighting, a House Telvanni banner and plants everywhere. The atmosphere is so unique. The Telvanni Canton has a tower going through the center of the canton. That is where the local Telvanni wizard lord lives. We also have a jail, a treasury and other facilities. The Telvanni cultural differences are amplified here in the Telvanni Canton with their big affinity with nature and plants. So we find lots of gardens and a small artificial sun too. That is absolutely beautiful. We then enter the main tower, climb up and exit to the rooftop garden. It's a lovely place to relax. I love the idea of all Vivec City cantons having a rooftop areas to chill. After a day adventuring or dealing with all the NPCs in Vivec City, you can come up here, have a drink, take in the views. So cool. We arrive at the Hlalu Canton, where the developers show some old concept art of Vivec City. The original vision of Vivec City was a chaotic place with lots of shops and shacks outside the cantons. It is indeed fascinating to see the original vision. The Skywind team has got some elements from there, and they say every canton has a unique design. A lot of cantons have open sections and they look different. Vivec City is also easier to navigate as the cantons don't look identical. We also get to see the concept art of Vivec City Palace, the abode of the mortal form of the god hero Lord Vivec. We see floating planets above Vivec's palace. This is from Michael Kirkbride's concept art. We leave Vivec City and enter the countryside with those beautiful mushroom trees. We get another spectacular view of Bardau and the palace with those green floating planets. That is so good. We meet some aggressive Betty Netch airborne jellyfish, but sadly they have to be put down. The developers talk about the fact that there's a lot of level design work pending. There are over 100 House Redoran interiors that need design work. So if you know the creation kit, you may join them and help the team. We get to see the imperial city of Ebonheart. There are 3 sections, a castle, Fort Hawkmoth in the middle, and the docks at the end. Ebonheart is the seat of imperial power in Vardenfell district of Morrowind province. So this place has to appear grand for anyone visiting. We see a cool looking dragon statue near the docks and then enter the Six Fishes Inn. The funny thing is the Skywind team added 6 fish models mounted on the walls of the inn. Hilarious. We get to listen to some voice acting here as we speak to Agning, a Nord publican who runs the Six Fishes Tavern here at Ebonheart.
We've got local fare. It's feeling end priced to move. We've got the local brews, Grief, Shine, Mazda and Sujama. They're cheap and full of kick. I've got the good stuff too, behind the counter. Cyrodiilic brandy and Flynn, but it ain't cheap.
The Ebonheart Castle was developed by one person, Zix, over many months. Here we see a unique structure, a chapel at the end. In Morrowind, this was a simple hut. But here in Skywind, the building looks like a real chapel. It gives you that Oblivion chapel type feel, which is important as this place is the seat of the Imperial cult's influence. We then head to the docks and enjoy the view of those Vivec City cantons and take a moment to ponder. We arrive at the Sadrith Mora docks, a wonderful view of the council house building, a view of Masar and Secunda as we get to see the stars for the very first time. Inside we get a spectacular view of Tel Naga, the mushroom wizard tower of Master Naloth here in Sadrith Mora. A spectacular view from the top here. We now have Lord files for the mainland. We can actually see the mainland Morrowind landmass, but we cannot visit it. We then enter the Telvanni Council Hall. The Telvanni wizards hate each other, so they hire mouths who work for their respective wizards. The hall is more darker compared to vanilla, but it is work in progress. We then enter the Telvanni Council Hall Hermitage, the deepest part of the council hall and root of the mushroom. Wow, they really have nailed the design of the cave with amazing verticality, colorful crystals, waterfalls and a beautiful lake. Stunning. That's about it guys for this month's Skywind update. I have no words to express the creative work being done by the Skywind team. All of you know that they are my favorite Skyrim modding team. I shall see you soon for another update. May Vivec, Almalexia and Sotasil watch over you. But stay on for Dream Time.